We're Score Pickleball. Okay, cool. So, Alyssa, you're the director of pickleball at PickleCon. We're excited to be going to PickleCon 2024. I kind of want to just begin. Everybody has kind of an entry point into pickleball or an entry point on why we're all talking, right? This sport's so new, and everybody who seems to be involved in it right now, which I've had a lot of conversations with you, whether it's email or phone, and like you're very all into it, obviously. Let just like begin by discussing your journey into pickleball. What inspired you to get involved in the sport, and then how did that kind of lead to creating PickleCon and getting into that situation as well?
Yeah, so I got into pickleball just through work. So I'm an analyst here at Triple Crown Sports. We run youth sporting events across the country. And so I was researching new sports for us to get into. So I researched other sports, and our CEO came to me and he's like, hey, research senior pickleball. And I was like, okay. And then this was in 2018. So this is what I had explained to people what pickleball was at that point. And so I started researching it. I talked to a few people. I went to a few events, and I came back. I was like, this is more than senior pickleball. I was like, this is just pickleball. Like, there's some pros, like all this stuff. So learn the landscape. And I was like, I think this is a good fit for us. I think this is a good fit for our company, our values, all of that. And so we had plans on getting into space in 2020. And then obviously COVID happened, kind of shut everything down on our side, on the event side at least. And then got back into it about a year later and saw a very different landscape of what pickleball became because it didn't really shut down in 2020. It really blew up in 2020, which is crazy. So it changed our vision and our plans of what we wanted to do in the space. And so that's how I got introduced mainly into pickleball. I played like in high school gym class, I guess, but so I just learned of it about the business side, and then got some coworkers, and we went and played like as I learned more about it, and so play it myself a little bit recreationally, but mainly on the business side.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's funny because everybody got into pickleball in the pandemic, and your whole situation like shut down. That's a complete opposite story. But you guys are in front of the curve getting it in 2018, and then gym class and stuff like that too. That's awesome.
We talked about this before, but we were talking about how we played it in high school, but we don't remember.
Yeah, none of us remember playing in high school. I remember playing badminton in high school and a bunch of other sports, but everybody I talked to, they're like, oh, you guys started Score Pickleball. That's awesome. Remember when we used to play it in high school? And I was like, no, I don't remember
I have no idea.
that.
Yep, I remember we played it, and had some very competitive. I think I had net sports in high school, so like my senior year was full of like all these fitness classes that I could take. And so, net sports, we played it and had some very competitive classes. The two PE coaches, like they would take on like king of the court style, take on whoever would win. And so we played it then.
It could be one of those Mandela effects too.
Yeah, maybe.
Where everybody said it happened, but we don't remember it.
Yeah, maybe it never did.
Cool. Yeah. So everybody's eager, obviously, to know, what to expect from PickleCon. Is any way you can share some details with us on how the convention is set up and like the number of vendors and what you expect from it?
Yeah, so it's inside the Kansas City Convention Center, so right downtown. It's just under 400,000 square feet of space, of expo floor space. So we'll have Pickle Roll and Pickleball United courts laid down on it. So you'll be playing on those surfaces. Multiple tournaments, camps and clinics, open play, vendors, panel discussions, breakout sessions, referee training, glow in the dark pickleball, entertainment tour buses. So it's a little bit of everything. Something for everyone is kind of how we do it. We have block schedules, so you can build your own schedule, participate in multiple activities. For your vendor question, we'll have about 100 brands that'll be on site. There we have demo courts, so you can demo paddles, different balls, training accessories, things like that.
Yeah, that's awesome. We've done a lot of research on anything pickleball business related, and it seems to me that you guys are doing something different, and I really appreciate that. So I just want you to like kind of explain to us, like for the other people who haven't done as much research as we have, can you explain to our audience what is different about PickleCon? What are you excited about? What should other people be excited about? If they haven't bought their ticket yet, or if they're somewhere else in the country besides Kansas City, why are they traveling to you? What's different?
Yeah, I think it's very unique in the fact that it houses everything under one roof, right? There's plenty of tournaments going on. People are doing clinics over there. There's conventions now. There's panel discussions in different places. Right now, you can go to one place and experience all of it within 4 days or within one day, depending on how you build your schedule. And so It's not like a typical tournament where you kind of wait around all day and play 3 to 6 games throughout the entire day and you're not really sure when you're going to play. Ours is, you know exactly when you're going to play, and it's going to be within a 4.5 hour time block. So you know you'll be done after that time. So now you can go and do something else and really plan that. And so meet people from across the country and do as many activities as you possibly can and want to within 4 days.
Yeah, that's special. I've talked to a lot of tournament organizers and even tournament participants, people that are just getting involved in tournaments all the time. And they tell me when I'm building out the Score Pickleball app, when we're releasing tournaments soon, one of the biggest things that you can tell between somebody who's a seasoned tournament administrator and somebody who's maybe just getting their feet wet in it or trying to, bootstrap it based on whatever they're doing is the time in between matches, and being able to schedule out the timing is like a telltale sign that somebody's an amateur or somebody's an expert. So I think people, like you said, that's going to be something exciting for people who want to participate, because there's going to be so much going on at your event. And you want to plan out what you're doing. And if you have to sit around, or if you're stuck in the tournament or stuck in whatever it is you're doing, you're not going to be able to enjoy it as much. So I think you guys have a lot of success with that.
Yeah, obviously there'll be a ton to do, no matter what. So, I mean, looking over the last year or so, all the research you've done, how has the event evolved, essentially? I mean, how have things changed over the last year or longer?
Yeah, so basically it's been about 6 years of research that's gone into this, which, like you said, pickleball isn't used to that, right? There's a lot of people that get in pickleball and people that have never ran an event and they just jump in it, which is great. Like, right, the sport's growing, why not get into it? We take a very different approach. So it's funny when I've talked to people, even just last year, and they're like, wait, you're not talking about this August, you're talking about next year? And I'm like, yeah, like we're a year and a half away. And so people don't understand the slow approach that we take to really build the event properly. But we're very collaborative in our approach. We like talking with people and understanding what's already in the sport. What do they like that's already there? What's missing? And these were questions on whether we were going to get into pickleball to begin with. That the answer could have been no, but once we decided yes, it's like, okay, what's our role now in the pickleball space? And so in the beginning, we talked with a lot of pros and event organizers and amateurs, and we were like, how do we help pros make more money? Because that's what they wanted to do. And how do we come in and put on a professional tournament? And because that was new for pickleball, right? We know how to do the tournament. We know how to schedule and bracket. Volleyball is 2 out of 3 games, but you still know when you're going to play. So we understand some of those. Well, pros are making a lot of money if they're at the top end of pros now. So that's not necessary. There's 5 tournaments every weekend, so you don't really need another tournament. And so it was really just listening to people of there's a lot of exclusivity right now on different tours and product being, and there's just a lot of people getting into pickleball right now. And so we just want to be people that can bring everyone together in one place and have that community, have that network, and learn what's going on. And so that's really, it was just listening to people and what they want and trying to bring people together to grow the sport.
Yeah, that's exciting, because from everybody that I've talked to, I'm trying to correlate Score Pickleball a little bit in a way so that people can feel like their recreational game or their church league or whatever it is they're playing at can kind of feel like the professional leagues, can give some better stats and information. And the more I talk about that, the more I figure out that the church league is the people's professional game. The professional sport hasn't taken off in the way that I think the PPA and the MLP and whomever else APP anticipated. So I think the focus on what you're doing with the recreational player, with the person who cares about, like we're playing tonight with our group of guys, right? That's what we care about. Mm-hmm. That's what everybody cares about. Or maybe you're playing in your tournament, or you have a money ball or something like that. So to have an entire convention dedicated to that I feel like, based upon what you're telling me and the communication that I've had with people, those are some of the positive aspects that have kind of probably ultimately shaped what you're doing. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely. Like in our mission statement at Triple Crown as a company is to create lifelong memories, right? You don't always go to a youth baseball tournament. You don't remember the wins and losses that you had. You remember the you went out to pizza that night with your whole team and you swam in the hotel and whatever. And so and you had a great like experience. We have baseball that coincides with the College World Series, so they weren't able to do that. And so we want to build a great event that's you can do other things other than just play pickleball. And I know pickleball is huge and it takes over people's life, and that's great. We'll have plenty of pickleball there for you, but we want it to be come with a group of friends and come hang out and be at the convention center for a few hours and do stuff together and separate, because there's enough things that you guys can pick and choose what you want to do, and then go experience Kansas City and go do something downtown and then come back the next day and do something else. So that's really what we want, is just create as many memories and enjoyment as possible.
Definitely. Obviously, networking here is going to be massive for you guys. So, like, what opportunities do you guys have from a professional standpoint to make connections?
Yeah, so the night before the event actually starts there's going to be a big vendor mixer party. It's invite only for just all the vendors, all the businesses that'll be on site. So that is just straight networking opportunities. And then everything else will be at the event. Walk around, we'll have the panel discussion. So those will be more on the business side of different things. So go learn, and then you can interact with the people, have Q&A sessions around that. And then everyone will be there throughout the 4 days. It's very open, and it's not like segmented and separated. Like, you can just walk up and talk with people and hopefully meet a ton of people that can help you grow.
Based upon what you're building out, your vendors, your schedule of events and situations like that, is it? I know it's for everybody, but who do you think stands to benefit the most? Is it the club owner, the person that's trying to build a facility? Is it a tournament director? Who do you think is going to have the greatest impact on the networking situation? Because outside of pickleball, maybe outside of sports, obviously people go to conventions to network and to try to grow their business. So, what businesses do you see performing the best once they leave this convention?
Good question. From what I see, I think it might be new and up and coming products and technology and systems and stuff like that, because now they get in front of the facilities and they get in front of pro players that are there to teach clients. They get in front of amateurs. They just get their product out to more people. And then on the flip side, those clubs and organizations, facilities get to learn about all these new products and get to implement it into their own processes and systems.
Excellent. And obviously you mentioned something about there being a little bit of interaction with people and vendors trying out new equipment and stuff. Can you give us some more information on, what people should expect in terms of what the vendors have to offer?
Yeah, huge array of vendors. So you have all like the paddles that'll be there, and there'll be, like I said, the demo courts to be able to try those out, the balls. There's a lot of new like accessories like that can go on a paddle. There's a lot of new training products to get you better. There's a lot of recovery and injury prevention. So like red light therapy and wearable things like that. And there's even some like travel agencies, because a lot of people want to travel and find pickleball places. And so it's a wide array of the type of products that you'll be able to find.
I feel like that's so cool, because we had a guest on last week named Braden, and he was talking about just little things that I had no idea existed. Like, there's paddle faces that are essentially stickers that go on paddles, where you can create new grit for your paddle and continuously have your same base. Companies like the Dink, they're putting out those pickleball boxes where you get X amount of product and those things of that nature. You got travel agencies, you're going to have tech companies there. I just feel like the attendees that go are going to get such a benefit just walking down your vendor row and being like, wow, we love pickleball. Pickleball is fantastic. We play it all the time, but look at all these businesses that are popping up. This is not a flash in the pan. This is something I can like dive into. I can find something for myself. Maybe I can spark some interest on a side hustle or an entrepreneurial situation that I never even thought I could be part of. And now I can get something into the space of pickleball.
Is there going to be any other paddle sport vendors there, like in terms of paddleball, tennis, anything else like that? Or is it all just pickleball?
Yeah, our goal is to make it pickleball.
Cool.
Right?
PickleCon, let's go.
There you go.
Yeah, we see a lot of other things, and they input other activities and other things there. Like, this is a celebration of pickleball. And so we really want to have the focus on pickleball.
Excellent.
And so tell me exactly, because I know the number, but I want the audience to know the number. It's outlandish. How many dedicated pickleball courts are you guys going to have available during PickleCon? And then also on top of that, just to segue, what type of event play you can have, tournaments, what can the attendees look forward to?
Yeah. So we haven't decided on the exact number, so it depends on the demand, but it can hold over 120 courts. And so we're prepared to do that if the demand is there. We will have over 60 at least, but yeah, would like to get close to that 100 number. And then the tournament side, all skill levels from 2.0 to 5.0, all ages from youth to senior. We'll have that. It's a 4-game guarantee. Very simple brackets, and we are doing rally scoring, so a little different, but that just helps you get more play. And then we have the open play opportunities where you can go, and we'll have programming on there, so you can do king of the court, ladder style, things like that where people will be there facilitating that for you, and so you can play normal scoring, things like that. NPL, National Pickleball League, will be on site, so you can go over and watch some senior pros. Like I said, Duper with their collegiate and minor league will be there as well. And you can enter the minor league event as well and play in that team format.
That's awesome. I'm really excited about that. It'll be a lot of fun. I know Tony and I are thrilled, and we appreciate you. We're participating in the panel discussions about tech in the sport and programming for clubs, and that's going to be an honor to be up there. And we're excited to share our insights and our thoughts on the industry. And I think we'll add a lot of value, and we'll get a lot out of the other panelists and what they have to add too. So that's going to be super exciting. What other panel discussions and educational breakout sessions are planned for PickleCon if you're an attendee and you want to maximize maybe your knowledge of the sport or other things that are going on within?
Yeah, again, a wide array. So we have the recovery and injury prevention, playing in the elements. So how do you play in heat and wind? How to manage a club, opening a new facility, monetizing pickleball. There's even like pickleball authors out there, seniors in pickleball, youth, college. So it's a huge array, just a pro player Q&A. And then breakout session wise, our biggest one is referee training. And that one is blowing up pretty good. There's a lot of referees. So that's for new referees you've never refed, but you're interested in it. And so we'll have training there on site for you. You can get the classroom training, and then you can go on court and actually, because we have a lot of courts and a lot of games going on, so give you that on court experience. And level 1, level 2, you can move up, do mentoring from a certified. There's a singles mingle group, so they'll have a breakout session one night for a couple hours just to go hang out with them. And yeah, we'll have lots of opportunities for things like that.
The referees are so needed too, because like if you jump on just pickleball Twitter ever after or during a pro event, it is ridiculous how many people, whether it's a professional that's actually in the sport that takes to their Twitter to complain, or if you just have general pickleball Twitter, shout out Matty Pickles, Johnny 5.0, Maurice the Grease, all those guys out there on pickleball Twitter. I mean, it's crazy. The sport just needs some sort of they just need more referees. I know technology's coming. I know, we did a little collaboration with the Eddie and Webby podcast, and I know Eddie is working on some sort of technology that he's going to be actually showcasing a little bit at Beer City Open, where they're going to do more like technology and line calls and things of that nature, so that the professionals aren't calling their own lines on every single play. But yeah, I can imagine referee that's going to be a packed room. Because there's just an opportunity to do it. And I feel like people who love the sport, there's tournaments all over the country, and these referees aren't traveling. I don't believe. I don't know for sure. Like other sports, like the NFL, the MLB, and even those guys, they have other jobs other than that, like the major professional sports. So I feel like there's probably a pretty big gold rush for referees that want to get into the sport. And then if you're good at it, anybody can be good at it, because there's probably a low barometer of entry right now. You start getting good at it, maybe you're a pickleball referee now for the next 10, 15, 20 years. Yeah,
it's a great way to still be a part of the sport you love, right? You just I love being around pickleball. It's a great way to do that and to pay for your travel and your time at the pickleball events. And now you can do that and referee some and then still enjoy the events.
Yeah, it's just nice being around the courts in general.
100%.
Is there any way you can highlight any of the prominent speakers or professionals that you're going to have at PickleCon?
Yeah. So Joey Farias is kind of OG. I met him actually in 2018. So he's been working with us for a long time. He's managing our camps and clinics and finalizing those. Cassandra Gerke is a teaching pro that will be on site doing a lot of fun stuff. And then Rick Witzkin is another big one, senior pros, part of NPL as well. So they're kind of our main pros that are helping us pull together everything. We'll probably release the pros that are doing the clinics at the end of this month. And so you'll be able to see those. And then panel discussions, we have so many speakers. I think we'll release that next week. You can find that online right now, the list of panelists on picklecon.com. But yeah, you'll have like the president of like Chicken and Pickle. You'll have all these tech companies and different places. And so I think we have a pretty good lineup of people
That's
that are
awesome.
coming out.
Yeah, that's awesome. Something that our App Score Pickleball is going to focus on pretty heavily is helping to monetize those club owners. You know, the pickleball facility only places. Those are popping up all over the country, whether it's a franchise or whether it's, you know, your own bootstrap brand that you're trying to, you know, develop within your community. So we feel like our community and our listeners are going to be made up a lot of those types of individuals. So we want to make sure that, you know, I just want to ask a specific question. What do you think is their biggest benefit? So if you're starting a club, or maybe you've had a club for a couple of years, what am I going to get if I need to go down to PickleCon? What am I going to get if I'm a club owner?
Absolutely. I think the biggest one is you're just going to see a ton of products that you probably haven't seen yet. And so it's what do you want to implement in your club, all of the new technology, like you said, different brands, if you need sponsorship, stuff like that, all that networking is huge. The panels of hearing people talk to you specifically about how to manage a club, how to grow a club, how to monetize pickleball, that would be huge. And then I think it's great to give back to your club, right? So all of those club directors and owners, they're looking for things that they can give to their members as value add to them, and giving them an opportunity like, hey, let's take 10 people down to PickleCon and we can all hang out and do something different, but be in the same area. That's huge. So what we've actually done is we've partnered with a lot of clubs, and we still are. So if any clubs are interested, feel free to reach out, and you can come and you'll be like a club partner, and we'll get you on our website, help promote you out to that. You can get free booth space if you want to be on site, so people can walk up to you as well, and then just share it with your club that it's an opportunity for the members to come and enjoy an experience.
Where do they reach out? Can you just say out loud so that we can get that information out there? Where would they reach out to you if they're listening to this podcast?
Yeah, picklecon.com has all the information, or you can reach out to me directly, Alyssa, ALYSSA, at triplecrownsports.com.
Awesome. Thank you.
So obviously you're going to have the sessions with people, with the vendors, with all their equipment and stuff like that. Are you going to have any clinics or coaching sessions with any of the professionals or anybody in the pickleball community?
Absolutely. Yep. We'll have, I think we have 14 dedicated courts every day just to clinics. And so, yeah, Joey's managing all of that, getting all the coaches and pros signed. We'll have a lot of pro players doing those. And then we'll also have a few like organizations like Art of Pickleball and US Nike Sports Camp and things like that. Some of their people will be on site running some clinics as well. And it's not like the camps, like the multi-hours. It's an hour, 2-hour clinic, but it's so you can experience it at a lower cost than what you'll probably get anywhere else because it's within it. But now you can experience someone's teaching and say, hey, I really liked how they taught that. Now I can go find them later in the year and go follow them and do one of their 8-hour camps if you want to. And so you can go do a clinic with 5 different people within 2 days if you want.
Yeah, and you're like immersed in the experience too. So like you do a clinic right now in your hometown, and you like go home and go to bed. Which is great. Like you're learning how to dink, you're learning how to hit your third shot drops, you learn how to hit some bangers, whatever it is you're working on. But you do some clinics over at PickleCon, and then you go down vendor row and you figure out some stuff that you need to maybe you realize that you had the wrong paddle, or you need some more control or some more power in your game, and you go check out some of those paddles. Maybe there's some demo paddles sitting around. I'm sure there will be. You know, and then maybe you can play in the tournament there and perfect your skills, and then you go to the hotel, go to bed, and you go back to PickleCon tomorrow and you do the same thing all over again, right? So I think those clinics are going to be a lot of fun. I wish, you know, I would love to participate even in something like that too, but you know, we're going to have our booth and stuff set up with you guys guys. And we'll just be excited to see people just enjoying the convention, right? And I think something else that's important, because obviously, we're from the Metro Detroit community, and everybody knows the NFL draft was just right here. And there was, dang near 1 billion people that came down to Detroit and just absolutely took over the city in such a positive way. So I'm just curious, because we're going to be down there, and I just want some tips as well, but also the people that are going to be coming down there that are listening, like in that same, let's call it walkable Kansas City area where you guys are having your convention. What else is going on that's PickleCon related, or that is something that maybe is married to what you're doing, or could be just, a great little branch for people to enjoy as well while they're there?
Yeah, Thursday night will be at Serve. That one is a little further in Overland Park, but it's a kind of entertainment place, and have a concert there. There's pickleball courts, play pickleball, eat, drink, all of that, mingle. We'll do the entertainment tour buses that will take you to and from the convention center. So we provide the transportation, all of that, provide some food there, so you get dinner. And then we'll have local attractions from all over in that area. So that already partnered, there's like a mini putt-putt, axe throwing. It's called KC Wheel. Right downtown is a big Ferris wheel. So things like that are providing discounts for you. Just go and experience the city. Power and Light District is a few blocks away, a little longer walk, but like 10 blocks away. That area is so fun. So that's where a lot of like the Chiefs parade, like when they won this past year, it goes right through that area. And so you can experience a ton within easily 10 blocks of that. And we'll try providing all the information for you guys to get around and have discounts for you. Like I said, we want you to have fun. You don't have to be at the event 24/7. Go experience the city, make a vacation out of it, and enjoy your time while you're there.
Could be 100%, could be 50-50, could be 75, but why don't we give you an opportunity to break some news? It's going to be in Kansas City. Is Taylor Swift coming?
She's always in KC. She might show up.
There's a picture of her on Instagram with the Kansas City Chiefs pickleball paddle. I think you guys could probably get her over there. Maybe get Patrick Mahomes and Brittany Mahomes. I think you could get something going on. Travis Kelce.
I didn't even think
They're
of that.
into it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll try.
Yeah, we get all the Swifties to watch our podcast and go to PickleCon. We'll be doing great after that.
Love it.
Very cool.
That's great.
Nice. Well, we appreciate you. Thank you for coming on. Is there anything else that we didn't mention that maybe you want to let the people know about yourself, about the convention, about what you guys are doing, any good work into the future? What else? We just want to kind of give you an awesome platform as well to kind of say what you have to say as well.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I think we covered the event well. Like I said, I think it's just a unique event that you kind of have to come and experience to fully understand and grasp. And this is our first event in the pickleball space this year. Planning on being an annual event, potentially moving around the country in future years. And so, yeah, it's just year one. And so come be a part of the inaugural event and help us grow it and give us feedback on what we should do to change it and make it better for future years.
Yeah, we'll be there. So Score Pickleball will be there Thursday. We'll be on a panel Friday. We'll be on a panel. We'll be there. We're getting in Wednesday, so we'll be there all day Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If you want to come meet us, you can probably get on one of those buses that are going to those fine eateries that you mentioned and say hello. We're super excited. We didn't just want to have you on to showcase PickleCon because it seems like a great thing, but we're supporting it. We want to be there, and we want to make sure that other people are as well because it's an event we believe in and we're going to be part of. So yeah.
Truly appreciate it. And yeah,
cool.
Excited that you guys will be there and be a part of it as well.
Yeah, thank you.
Super excited.
Well, great having you,
Can't
Alyssa.
wait.
Thank you so much.